Alright everyone, what I'm doing now is laying out the center line where I'm going to lay the knife down and try to get a good drawing of it. And this one here has a little bit of a bend to it, but we're going to make it up so you can't tell it. Now you see me taking a little care going around the handle and laying the knife out. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to put a 1/2 inch mark all the way around the blade itself. Now I'm going to flip it over because that right hand not doing exactly what I wanted to do. So now you notice I put a line out there on the side. There's a reason for that. And I want to build that thing out to it. So what's the center of the blade and what's the center of the handle? Now that line right there is important because that's going to help me lay out the flip on it or the bend over up at the top. Now I want this to be 2 inches wide. Now you see me lay it out at the bottom. That's what it's going to look like down at the bottom piece. As I'm showing you there how I'm doing that cut that you see in the side. And yeah, I'd already done this, but film got messed up, so I had to redo it. Now, I got center, so I'm going to mark this sucker in the halfway point for both of them. Now, if you look right there, you see how I'm using the round part of that to add that piece in. Now, I started to go ahead and draw the other one on it, but I want you boys, especially you, Robin, I want you to see how I did that, the easy way of doing it, okay? Now, there it is. There's the bend in it, the cutout. Now, I'm going to take it straight up. Now you see me, I almost did it, but I'm going to go ahead and lay my 2-inch lines and my pull over. Now, right at the top of that handle of the knife where I got that mark, that's where I want to bend it. Now, changing my mind there, here we go. So we're going to put these marks on it. Getting that halfway line done. Now we're going to cut it out. As I'm following that line, I'm trying to hold that thing steady. I don't want it to move. Now we're bringing it down. Now right about here, I started to mess up. So I had to go back and draw a line because I forgot to do it the first time. I want that to stick out because it's longer on one side of at the handle base than it is anywhere else. So I gotta apply and account for that. Well, I gotta apply a technique and I gotta account for it being done. Now flip that over and cut that piece out. Now you see it. Now folks, this piece here is gonna have to be copied again because this is the master layout cut. So I'm going to take this piece of folder and now I'm going to draw this out. And that's got to be cut out. So I'm taking the original now and I'm cutting it. And I'm drawing out, that's the front of the sheath right there that I'm working on. Sorry, it's just out of phase. I got to work on my camera a little bit. So now there's the welt. Here we go. So now we can cut out all 3 pieces. And that's what it looks like when it's glued together. That piece at the top allows it to be thick enough to sit on a ridge. So here it is applied, sewed, and I'm slicking out the edges on this thing. I'm trying to find the low spot, and you'll see me take my finger and drag across what looks like a low spot, but it's actually not. Now, right now, I'm slicking it dry. I'm looking for them low spots. Slicking it dry allows me to mash it a little bit and get a good idea where it's at. I've applied some water, and now I'm actually doing the hard slick. And trust me, there was a whole lot more done here than what you're actually seeing. Apologize, but I did lose some of the film. And on this one, I'd used a drill bit. And I don't normally use a drill bit. I usually use a needle or a nail. And I drill through the leather like that when it's good and thick. But this time I used a drill, and it makes the stitching look funny. But in the end, I basically got most of it out. So keep working on it. Keep looking for them low spots if I got any. In this case, I don't have any. So everything's slicking up pretty good. See me drag my finger across? And if you look real hard, you can look at it and there's a line there. But it's not low. As long as it slides across there easy, I'm happy with it. Now, I'm going to apply some dye and oil. This is a little bit of mixture here. I'm going to use a Q-tip to apply a lot of it. Because if I use anything else, I usually get it everywhere. I'm talking about, I'm a slob. But it's all going to be the same color, but I want this oil coat to be just where I want it, nowhere else. It won't hurt it because I will end up putting oil on it. Not a whole heavy lot, but just enough to protect it. Now, I was going to make this thing naturally tanned, but then I remembered the person said they wanted it dyed. And that was in a little conversation, but I remembered it. Then they told me to use my own discretion, and that's what I did. Now here is the oil and dye mixture going on the facing after I have done dyed the front. Now that's regular dye that you see in under what I'm applying now. The first coat, in other words. This has some oil in it. And I mix it with the dye, and it seems to do pretty good. Now I have put it in there and it separates. Why? I don't know, but it does. I got a good idea, but I can't prove it. But it's going on good and easy now. So I'm oiling it up, letting it dry a little bit. Now I'm doing inside because remember I said I was going to let it be tan, natural tan. I wouldn't have done nothing inside here, except put a little wax. So I got to dye all this. Normally I'd have it dyed when it's stretched out. Now, when I first coat on it goes in a straight line. And then when I apply a second and third coat, that's done in circles as much as possible. Now, things change. You just got to make sure you got a good coat and there's no light spots on it. Now here I'm buffing it, which is something I like to do to all of them. Brings out the shine. I put a little wax on the wheel just to make sure it's protected. Get it good. Get the edges and around. Buff it up. Make it good and clean. And it should look just about like you see there. So there it is without the snap. And here it is fully assembled. I made a little bracket there.